Il y a quelque chose qui va pas. Arto Sarian, c'est mon mari. Il est né le 20 octobre 1968 à Gyumri. Il est mort il y a 6 mois. J'ai besoin de son acte de naissance pour nos enfants, pour qu'ils puissent avoir la nationalité de leur père.
It's about a woman, a French woman who comes to Armenia to have the birth certificate of her husband and to register the death of her husband in Armenia. The husband had killed himself in France. When she arrives to Armenia, she realizes that basically the husband that he knew is a different person in Armenia. He has changed his name, his family name, and he has a past as a soldier, as a veteran of war. So starts a new voyage for her to understand the truth, to know who was this man that she lived with for 20 years, that she has children with, and basically, was this man a liar or a hero? Or what is it to be a veteran of war? What is it to never come back from war?
J'ai un Arto ici, mais c'est un autre nom de famille. Arto Santrosian, fils de Suzanne et Gagik.
Fils de qui?
Fils de Suzanne et Gagik.
C'est ça. C'est ça. Suzanne et Gagik, ce sont ses parents.
Well, basically, I started working on it 10 years ago, and we didn't have the war yet in Armenia. And by time, in the beginning, I was really just wanting to talk about the wounds of Armenia, because I remember very well, I was in the middle of ruins in Dilijan, and I said, well, we have so many wounds, we have lived so many pain. Can I make a film with different strata that talks about all these wounds, the genocide, the earthquake in Gyumri, the Karabakh war? Was it possible? That's what I tried to do. I don't know if I managed to do it or not, but the idea was to talk about the different layers of trauma. And Artsakh, Karabakh, for me is like a amputated member, you know, like we call it phantom pain. One leg that's not there anymore, and it will always hurt. And it's important to talk about it because this land of ours is not ours anymore, and it hurts. And it's important to talk about pain, and to talk about pain through art, through cinema, through love. And that's why I'm talking about Céline and Arto, through love, a love story. And that's how Céline needs to understand, because she knows that her husband, Arto, would have, because the friends say that he's a deserter, that he was a coward. But Céline lived 20 years with this man, and she knows very well that he was not a coward, that he was not a deserter. It's just a man that never managed, came back from war. It's just a man, a human that could never deal with the trauma. And the day Armenia loses the war, he just kills himself. He kills himself, which means his trauma, his pain takes over life. It's a collective story. It's a collective story of so many soldiers, of so many mothers, of so many veterans, of so many wives and children. It's a story of my nation. It's a story of my country. It's a story of our people. It's personal because I'm part of it. I'm just a little particle of Armenia, like all the others. And this is why for me, it's a complicated film. It's an important film, but it's complicated because our wound is still so fresh. It still hurts. The pain is still too big. No? What do you think? Yeah. You know, I can tell you who are my favorite filmmakers, but I don't think I can tell you there's one film that inspired me. No, many films inspired me, but most of all what I wanted to do with Claire Maton, the director of photography, very famous French, of the film, I wanted us to create our cinema, our language. I remember the first day I met Claire, I said, I see long shots where the camera is looking for what we cannot see. The camera is searching for the phantom. The camera is looking at the pain. The camera is looking at faces, at people at landscape, taking the time. I knew this is what I wanted. And then we started to develop this. I can tell you, I just showed one film to Claire. It's a film by Jia Zhangke, filmmaker from China, still life. In this still life, in this film, Jia takes the time, the camera, to look, to linger, to look at the ruins, to look at the faces, to look what is left of the catastrophe. But I'm inspired from Antonioni, I'm inspired from Tarkovsky, I'm inspired from Angelopoulos, from Chantal Ackerman. I mean, I'm inspired from many, but I didn't want to spend time looking into from Nuri Bilge, Turkish filmmaker. I mean, I didn't want to spend, I don't like this. I know many directors do, they show so many references. I didn't want, I wanted, me and Claire, I wanted us to create our own reference.
T'en bois? Merci.
Tu conduis, toi?
Ouais, je sais conduire, mais je conduis jamais parce qu'à Paris, j'ai pas besoin.
Mais moi, j'ai toujours besoin. Ça me vide la tête.
Je vois ça.